Hi, everybody, and welcome to Whiskey Pilgrim. I hope we are live and everyone is doing fine. If I don't know if there's anyone in the chat already, but hi, everybody. Hello. So today is another No Man's Land, and we're gonna continue the whole No Man's Land thing. I have two guests today. One has showed up. I hope the other one is gonna show up because I'll do a celebration for him. So the first one I'm gonna put up here is Greg from Greg's Whiskey Study. Or Greg's Whiskey Guide, sorry. Sorry, Greg. Let's see here. There we go.
Hi,
there we
everyone.
Go. Hello.
I'm bold, but I'm not Eric, and I'm not gonna do a big
story,
guys.
Oh, yeah, the goat. Yeah. So, today's live is gonna be mostly about talking a little bit what you bought, the recent purchase of whiskey. So
live since happened.
So
good to be with you, Frederick.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I see Sandra is here, and Multi Menu is gonna join us very soon. Yeah. So it's very nice. So why don't you tell us a little bit? Is there any special bottlings you want to show us for your purchase?
Well, I have received a few things, but I haven't opened yet. Yeah. So, for instance, Few Spirits Rye. It's things that Luna and me were supposed to get when we meet, but the COVID decided differently. So I'll probably go speak again about these. Also, a Wisers, which is in Germany, triple barrel, something like that. But latest purchase was something I opened a few days ago only. Because I had to, it's Macduff Distillery, and it's the Devron 12, rebranded by Stranger and Stranger, like for Compass Box. Like all the references from Bacardi, which is Royal Bracknell, Craigellachie, Altmore, Aberfeldy. Surely I forgot one. There's 5 distilleries, and the D-Wars blend also. This is 40% ABV. This is chill filtered. This is probably, I got it in the glass, a bit colored. But what I like in the new style of Devron, I had some before. They were called Glen Devron. And bear in mind, people, when it gets to independent bottling, the name switches to the distillery name, which is Macduff. So I know many people is going to be put off by the fact it doesn't tick all the boxes for connoisseurs, let's say. But for me, who comes from the admiration of blends, I can enjoy something that's a bit diluted, but it doesn't feel watery. It has some character, some spices. I'm going to describe a bit while testing. And I like the range. The packaging is absolutely awesome. Like old-fashioned 19th century. The boxes also are really cool, and also I like the fact it's a very little bit maritime, because it's a coastal distillery in the Highlands. It's not a Speyside. And I forgot. Also, this one is 31 euro over here. This one I had a bargain on 20 and so euros. While this one was 70 at the time I bought it. Oh, cool. Matt is in.
Yeah, I think Matt is here. I think it's just his webcam. But he's going to join us very soon. So, see here if I can just, I don't know, is this one better maybe? Yeah, I think this one is better.
Show the bottles and the...
So Matt is going to join us very soon here. That's nice. So you bought some interesting stuff there. The Devon. I only tried a 12 euro. That was like 2016.
Something affordable. Interesting notes. It's mostly bourbon, but I think there's some in the 18. There's some sherry in it as well. Also on my table there is this. I tried only 2 times. Isla Barley 2010. Ooh. I know it's not Phil and Deepa's favorite. It's the 2007, but I don't remember if I tasted it honestly. Hi, Malt Musers here.
Yeah, yeah, Eric is there.
Eric, yeah. And also I have this. There was a tribute to
Yeah.
Frederick, likes Yoichi, like me as well. It's a discontinued one. One of my favorite whiskeys.
Yeah. That's
But
interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
and a lot of other things, lots of samples. I'm very late on a lot of samples, but it's normal. We had a big hit
Yeah.
wave here. So I'm
Yeah.
just resuming very carefully the tastings. What do you have in your glass, Frederick?
Oh, me? Yeah, what I'm having in my glass.
You
One of
try.
my new purchases, actually a new going into a new, what you say, territory, maybe. I'm actually gonna try to buy some more. This is a Teeling.
Oh, I haven't
Yeah,
heard.
so Irish whiskeys. I'm trying to get into more.
Very popular, this
Yeah, this is the Brabas. What's called Brabazon bottling. Yeah,
Brabançon.
number one, the sherry cask one. So yeah, one of my recent purchases I have done. And just to tell people in the chat, if there's anything you have bought recently, please write down in the comment section.
Do you
So
have the cask type that in there? I think the special. I don't remember.
yeah, it says sherry cask. Sherry cask.
Oh, cool.
It's just- yeah, because they had done the 3 already. I think the third one came out this year. The first one is a sherry cask. The second one is a port, I think. And the third one is a PX sherry, Pedro Ximene. How you say it? Pronounce it?
Pedro
So, yeah.
Jimenez.
Yeah, Pedro Ximene. Yeah, you know, it's the
PX.
pronunciation.
Let's say PX.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, but just when you look at how a word spell it, you think, oh, that's how you say it, and it just doesn't pronounce that way. So, yeah, so this one is very interesting, actually. I also bought some other bottlings that I have put here. So I'm not sure. I'm not gonna drink all of them because then I'm gonna go to work tomorrow and I don't want to smell
for
it.
the first time
Yeah.
for months.
So, yeah. But I bought this one that I showed you before, the
fantastic.
the French cask editions they did, the single cask. This is a Bordeaux red wine cask. They did a single cask.
For those who haven't seen your videos yet, closed distillery from Sweden. Very interesting.
Yes. So yeah, it's very interesting stuff. I also have, let's see here, another one I bought in Germany this summer, La Chègue. Sorry for lightning. Yeah, 1996 vintage.
Oh.
So it is. See here now, small batch, matured in Oloroso casks.
Oh,
it is really good, really good. It is the first La Chègue I ever tried.
Good.
I have heard a lot of really good stuff about the 10-year-old. Actually,
it's good, but I have a different opinion than many people about La Chègue. It's my experience is the older bottlings from the early 2000s. Some were not very satisfying. Some were fantastic. I still have a 7 years old that I like a lot. It's less peaty than the ones we have now. It's very mineral. And also, so far, I prefer many indie bottlings of La Chègue. I got one that's fantastic. It's a single malt of Scotland from Elixir Distillery, 30 years old. It's a different one than Roy from Aquavite talked about in one of his shows. It's a different cask. They're all single cask strength all the time. But yeah, the Elixir Distillers does sometimes beautiful things with La Chègue.
Okay.
And I rated it 96 out of 100.
Okay.
And for me, it's a mini Port Ellen. So for people who can't afford Port Ellen, I advise this one. Oh, also, Sassy talks about. I forgot to put it on the table. I'm sorry because I had it last time with you. One of the latest I bought was not the Timmer High Coast, but the Have that I opened in your live.
You know what, Greg? I think Matt is already ready. Yeah. So let's see here. Let's see. No, what happened?
Oh man.
Oh. Let's see if you can join us again. It takes the time. I mean, I remember.
Know that.
It takes time. It takes the time. I mean, we have no hurry. I'm not gonna go to work.
Very good, Cassie. I like a lot the tier. It's so subtle, just a hint of peat, some mineral elements, some citrus, vanilla. It's very, very pleasant single malt.
Okay, yes, see here, he wrote here. Yeah. Matt is trying here, so let's see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see.
As well. Yeah, I have some other ones as well. I know one you have reviewed. I think Eric here as well, the malt whiskey, the malt muser. He did a 12-year-old. I have this one. I know you have reviewed this one.
Oh yeah.
Baltimore, 18-year-old.
Eric, as well.
I think he did a 12-year-old. I think.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I reviewed the 18. It's a real beautiful bottle. Another one with the design from Strangers and Strangers, who does all the Compass box since 2008. Yeah, 2008, something like that. I have the poster, so I should remember, but of the 10 years. Yes, Stranger and Stranger, they do also rums. They do a lot of... it's a very interesting London design agency, I think.
Okay. Never heard of them.
They work with the Compass box. There was the Kraken rum, I think.
Oh, okay, the Kraken.
The rum doesn't seem to be very popular, but the packaging is awesome. They did all the Altmore Craigellachie. Let me retry again. Altmore Craigellachie, Devon, Royal Brackla, and Aberfeldy. And Dewars. Aberfeldy. Reminder, this one I got at the distillery, and again they did all the design and
the Aberfeldy. Yeah. That's bottled your own right from the distillery.
Yeah, single can. But what was very tricky when I visited Aberfeldy, it's when you enter in the hall, there's a cask in the evidence. Everybody can see it. It's a bourbon cask. You can try it at the bar. I liked it. But then they said, we also have a sherry cask, Oloroso first fill. Okay, let's try. Oh, this one is sold out, but you can try it. It's the one we had in the warehouse. But I see another bottle because and they say, oh, this one is available. It's just not here. It's in another level. Yeah. Okay, I want this one.
It's cool. Yeah, I mean, I know when I was at the distillery, it was really dark. It was just that I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it because it was like 200 pounds.
Yeah, it is not only dark, guys, because it is first fill Oloroso. It is, like I said in a video or somewhere, the wider your bottle is, the darker the content will show. But when you put it in a glass like this, it's clearer. I can show it later on, but I have the 12 Devon in my glass.
Yeah. Let's see here now. I think we have Matt here right now. So let's add him to the stream. Here. Let's see.
Hi, Paul, in the chat.
Hi, Matt. Hi, Matt.
Fantastic.
You hear us? Yeah, can you turn up the volume a little bit?
We don't hear you.
No, we don't hear you. Oh, now it's echo.
You have to shut down YouTube, Matt.
Yeah.
You just have to keep StreamYard and shut down YouTube, and then I think you'll be okay.
Yeah.
I only hear the
echo.
My voice, which is not pleasant.
Yeah. Just take your time. Yeah. So I mean, I think when let's see here. Oh, he froze a little bit. Yeah.
Maybe so. If you hear me, Matt, try maybe if you're on Firefox or Explorer, try Google Chrome and restart everything on Google Chrome and shut down YouTube because it's too much. Oh, Jesper is having Annandale, Man of Sword.
Yeah, is that a new distillery? A new distillery?
Yeah, it's rare. It's rare and not exactly cheap, I think.
Okay.
Very original bottle. Very original bottle, kind
Okay.
of triangular with a big sword on it. I like their packaging. Is very experimental packaging.
Yeah.
I hope he'll come back.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he is.
Do you want to give while you're trying to? You want me to give you some impressions about the?
Yeah, of course, I can give some impression as well. What I have. Yeah.
Okay, on the nose.
Mm.
Nice yellow fruits wrapped in vanilla.
Nice.
I will say even, powder vanilla, something for the baking the cakes.
Yeah.
So it's not really creamy.
Okay.
Then I have quince, I have lemon, I have some sweet spices. It's very balanced. I like the whole range. It's super balanced. It's still delivering for 40% ABV. I think it's nice. For people of experience, of course, it's better, but yeah, maybe some. I will struggle to find the English translation. I'm afraid for one of the notes.
Yeah.
Okay, Slangeva or Skål.
Yeah. Skål. Yeah, Prost. Yeah, there's a lot of different
whatever.
words. Yeah.
Let me take.
Yeah.
How do you say water in Swedish?
Vatten. Vatten. Vatten.
Lachten?
Vatten. Vatten. Yeah.
Latten.
Vatten. Yeah.
I'm not good.
It's okay. It's every language is so different, so there's no worries there. I have to say this Brabazon, the Teeling one that I bought, has a really nice nose. I mean, for being sherry, I don't know if this is first fill or whatever. I don't think this is first fill. Yeah, skål, Jesper. Skål.
Yeah. Is it 46%?
It is actually, I think it was like 49.5% ABV. So yeah.
So you will tell us if it shows, if it delivers as much.
Yeah, I mean, it is. If you smell it, it has a very, I would say, like raspberry red fruits. A lot of it, like a candy, soft candy, gelatin kind of candy. Really nice.
Jesper's gonna do a review about the Annandale. Interesting.
Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah.
Can you put us the sorry to do your job,
Yeah.
Frederick? Can you put us the link to your blog, please, Jesper, so we get to know?
Yeah. Yeah, and Jesper put what the water is in Danish. Van. I think I'm pronouncing it wrong, Jesper. So sorry. But yeah.
In Yugoslavia, before the big explosion of it was called Voda, I think it was for
Voda. Okay. Interesting. I know it's Wasser in German.
And O in French it's O.
Oh.
But it's 4 letters. It's no, 3 letters.
Okay.
O. You just pronounce it a bit.
Okay.
Well done.
Interesting. Yeah.
On the palate, this one is a bit more spicy.
Okay.
Without water. Nice fruit delivery, again wrapped in vanilla and hint of ginger, but very soft. Some dried herbs, and again a hint of quince, a hint of lemon, a hint of lemon sherbet, but with not much sugar. Oh, nice.
Yeah, this one is still red. Yeah, there's still red fruits. Citrus. So a lot of black pepper, not but black pepper. I would say. To it, quite spicy. But still very honey sweet.
Okay, the reviews in Danish, but Google Translate is very fun If you're not in a very happy mood and you're a bit sad, do a translation and you will find crazy things.
Yeah, I know. I have tried sometimes. When I write stuff in English, I always write in Swedish first and then translate it, because if I miss something, but sometimes it just makes no sense when you look at an English one.
I will have a look, Jesper. No worry.
Yeah.
Oh, Voda in Balkan states. Thank you, Sassy.
Yes, Sandra is actually what's called Serbian. She has her parents are from Serbia. So
cool.
Yeah. But yeah. So she should know. She makes a really good beef bourguignon.
Oh.
She makes a really good one. I just want to point that out. She's really good at making that one. So yeah, let's see. Matt is here. Let's see now how it goes. Let's see. Let's see. Night. Oh, he disappeared again. We're not gonna give up on you, Matt. You're gonna.
Well, we have to try again.
Yeah. I mean, for the people who don't know here, Matt just hit 500 subscribers. So please do a big share for Matt for hitting 500 subscribers on his channel. Matt's, I hope I say it right now, Whisky and Cigars. So yeah. So please check that channel out if you haven't done it. Give him all the support. Same with Greg, of course.
I've started to discover it because I haven't had the chance. I had an experience in cigars, very small one. We'll speak about it later on with Matt, hopefully.
Yeah.
But interesting. A lot of blend. So Sassy is a blend like me, but more complex.
Okay.
I'm from Sassy. I'm from Greek and Armenian origins, and I'm French.
Yeah. I have.
And my father was born, rest in peace, in Lebanon. So mix it all up.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people who have very interesting, cultural heritage. I have in my family way back. It's really way back, so I can't say I am part of that culture. But we have, I think my grandmother's grandmother. She was half Danish, and on my grandfather would be on my mother's father's side. I do know that their heritage way back is, I think, it's called Netherlands, basically. So, but that's really way back. Like Belgian and Amsterdam. So
I like.
So we have that way back. That's just
comment there.
What say? Yeah, Danish. Yeah, I mean, Danish is really nice. I worked in Denmark when I was studying to become a teacher during the summers in a hotel, so it's really nice. Yeah, I mean, I love Denmark. Copenhagen is such a wonderful place to go to. Have you ever been to Copenhagen? Yeah.
Someday. There's some people that recently injured the siren. They put some political stuff on it. Really stupid. Okay. I was shocked by that. But it's another...
But yeah, I mean, But you should visit if you ever get a chance. Visit.
I like Danish painters too. I know some. Hammershaw is the most famous. Sorry for the pronunciation. It's symbolist painting. I haven't done any live about painting because I think many people will go away.
Yeah.
But
let's see here now. Let's see. Matt is here. Let's see. Hi, Matt.
Oh,
he's still freezing a little bit. Oh, we can't hear you.
Can you speak a bit?
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
We can hear you.
Great.
Can we hear now? Can you talk?
To work. Can you talk again, please?
Yeah. Maybe Echo Foxtrot ton something. I can't hear you, Matt.
Oh, me too.
Can you do sign language?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can do that.
But
yeah. So everybody, please, and I don't know if you salute Matt for his 500. Oh,
What?
he's unmuted. He's unmuted. Oh, no.
I'm gonna pour something for his
Why is he
5.
unmuted? Why is he unmuted, Greg? Do you know how I can unmute him?
Normally,
No, there's something. No, there's something. Oh,
my
echo.
God.
Echo.
So I'm having this.
Oh, the Isla Barley. Yeah. No, okay, Matt. No worries, Matt.
No, okay, man.
Oh,
Let me check what happened there.
Yeah.
Sorry, a second.
yeah, no worries.
Okay.
Yeah, cheers, Anna. Cheers, Jesper. Oh, there you can see my glass. Cheers. Cheers, Greg.
Oh, and I forgot to show you
Oh, no worries.
one of my latest purchase. Because it said it is a heavy. It's a heavy Scotch.
Okay. Which one is it?
I had to do this joke. I'm sorry.
Oh, duct tape. Nice.
When it's so heavy, I had fun.
And that was I understand the joke. No worries.
It's only needs heavily pitted, and then
Yeah.
would have been even more surprised. Well, I'm in the mood for jokes, so
Yeah, I mean,
I'm better. So
yeah.
Oh, 90s disco.
Yeah.
Oh, disco
We
was
should have
rap.
some.
I'm
We should
a
have
big
some scooter.
I'm a big fan of Blondie, by the way.
Okay.
Debbie Harry and
Oh,
all the guys behind.
yeah.
Yeah, we all love heavy and Scotch.
Let's get it.
Oh yes, storms and
Oh,
maybe.
okay.
Oh God.
No worries, Matt. No worries. I mean, I understand. No worries. I mean,
Hope another time,
Yeah.
maybe.
yeah. I mean, there are gonna be more of these, so don't feel the pressure or anything, you know. But I still want to toast you for your 500 subscribers, Matt. Seriously,
Congrats.
good job. You're well deserved. So yeah,
Congrats.
cheers to Matt, everybody.
Please check out his
Yeah.
channel.
Hi, Dominic, as well.
So yeah, a bit of sour oak in there,
Yeah.
but I think there's different, some sauterne in it, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
6 different farms.
Okay.
Oil barley. Maybe I have it on my list. Excuse me a second. Just to check out if it's.
No worries, Matt. No worries. You well deserve your 500. Seriously. Everybody, if you haven't seen Matt's channel, please check it out.
So it says American oak French wine cask, but doesn't disclose which ones. But, doesn't seem to be red though.
Okay.
And unpitted. So cheers, Matt, and
Yeah. Yeah. Cheers. So which one did you take now? Was that the Isla Barley?
Yeah, the 2010.
Yeah.
At 50% ABV, mind you.
Mm.
Of course, non-chill filtered, non-colored, blah, blah, blah.
Ooh.
Spicy, oaky, but some nice fruit and flowers coming in as well. I haven't tried a 2007 that Phil and Deepa from Whiskey Mystery praise a lot.
Okay.
I know it's the favorite. They did a rundown of all the Isla Barley they had. Fabulous channel, by the way. Very funny to watch. Whiskey Mystery. I recommend it for those who don't.
That was the All Captain 3D, wasn't it? All Captain
Yeah,
3D.
name Whiskey Mystery. And I think every Thursday and Sunday, it's very brave from them. They do a blind tasting before the camera with some nice tricks and editing stuff. And because of what they purchased, they bottle blind samples, and they have 120 or so, 150 now behind them. And people, and they try it while people are commenting and trying to guess what it is. It's very funny,
Yeah.
very entertaining.
Okay, yeah, I haven't really checked him out yet. I know
Yeah,
he
you should.
commented on my local barley
Ah,
because I know he likes. I think they like Springbank as well. I think I could be wrong.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I am drinking this one now, the Lacheg, the 1996 vintage.
So,
That is,
how old it is then?
I
When
think
it was?
this one is supposed to be 19 years old. 19 years old. Yeah.
Okay.
It comes in a very nice wooden box, so if you're ever gonna freeze during the winter, you can always use that as firewood. You know, yeah, because of the peat, as well, you have something to go on. It's very interesting. Yeah.
They did a
Take care.
Marsala. They did a nice 15 years old Marsala.
Okay, yeah, I think there was when I was there. They had quite a few ones. I was gonna say, bye, Eric. Take care, the malt muser. Take care.
Cheers.
Yeah, they had a Marsala there. They had quite a few ones there. The place that I bought them is in Germany, quite next to the Danish border. You take a ferry for like 40 minutes or something like that over, and it's just next to the harbor there. So they have a few Lacheg there. I can send you the link, but it's only in Swedish or in Danish. So, but it's still quite easy to find there because just alcohol. Alcohol is still.
They're not exclusive, right?
No, it's mostly travel retail. They have some single casks there that are basically just for them, like the Bruichladdich I told you about, that tasted like Hungarian goulash. Yeah, for example, that my mother bought. So they have quite a few interesting stuff there.
And
they used to be.
Yeah, Matt is having a 25 years old Isla malt from the Boutique company, but it's an undisclosed one. Cheers, Matt.
Yeah, cheers, Matt. Yeah, and Jesper Peterson is asking me about the border shop. Yeah, the border shop in Puttgarden. Between Rödby and Puttgarden.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a really nice place. I buy a lot of my whiskey there. Because I can usually find the more stuff that I can't find here in Sweden because we have the government monopoly with Systembolaget. We have
like Canada.
Yeah, they have the what's called now.
It depends. I discovered it depends on the
part.
state. Yeah, it's LCBO for Ontario. It's SAQ for Quebec, and so on. And it seems that the British Columbia gets a lot of great allocations of what I understand.
Yeah, I've heard. I mean, that's the same thing if you go to Copenhagen, I would say. There's a lot of alcohol shops there, private owned, that you can go into. That has a lot of very interesting bottles. Old dusty bottles.
Yeah.
Really crazy stuff. They had one place, now it's sold out. They had the first work in progress from Kilkerran up to this year still, but now they're all sold out.
I tried 3 or 4 different ones, but I didn't get to buy one, and now I regret.
Yeah, I regret as well. I had them, and I was nearly going to buy them in January, but then I chose another whiskey instead.
Luna sent me a generous sample of the 8 years old Castret.
Which one?
It's the bourbon one.
Oh, the bourbon one, yeah.
I haven't tried it yet. It's recent arrival.
Yeah.
Yeah, Systembolaget. I don't know. Pronounce the G.
Yeah, that's yes, but I can agree with that. I mean, some bottles here, are sometimes more cheaper than some places, and it depends on what you're looking for. Since the prices on whiskeys are just going up everywhere.
How much is a Smogen single malt, Swedish single malt in Sweden? Yeah.
Oh, since we can take the latest one. We can take the latest one there. That is the 100 proof. That's supposed to be the core range. It's a sherry cask influenced, heavily peated whiskey, I think. That one cost, I think, like 800 euros or something like that. 800 euros. No, not 800, sorry. 800 Swedish crowns. Sorry, your face. Your face was priceless. No, it was 800 Swedish crowns, so that would be 80 euros maybe. Sorry, 800 euros. That would be something. You like to spend big here in Sweden. Then I understand why it's so expensive. No, I think it was like 80 euros or something like that.
I told you they charge this now for around 250 or so in second market. Well, I had it in 69 euros.
Yeah.
Normally, the price in France, it was a bargain. And I bought 2. Normally, the price was 98 euros.
Okay.
Already expensive, but worth every euro, honestly.
I think I paid 55 euros for the 10-year-old way back.
In France. But you know what? There was a time all these were in supermarkets and nobody was buying them.
No, I know.
Even Karizawa. Nobody was
I really
buying
regret. Yeah.
them.
That is.
And all of a sudden, there's some people who wanted to flip.
Yeah.
And they came in every 15 bottles. I counted 10 to 15, 12 to 15 bottles on the shelf. And I asked the guy from the shop. He said, "Yeah, somebody bought everyone. He's gonna sell them again. He's not gonna drink it."
Oh, let's see here. Matt is trying again. Let's hope.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Hi, Matt.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Victory. Yay, everybody.
And congrats for your 500s.
Thank
Cheers,
you
man.
very much. Cheers.
So you were drinking the.
Show us the bottle, please.
Yeah, show us the bottle.
Yeah, we're curious now.
Here's the bottle.
Some crazy labels, right?
Hang on, whatever.
Oh, it's the question
Crazy
mark.
labels.
Thanks.
We can see
Question
it.
mark and the front it says tropical fruitness, slightly menthol, so Isla.
Yeah.
And it's got a little
Yeah,
picture of a dog on there.
Yeah. That's
You have a clue
yeah,
of which one is it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you have a clue of which distillery is it, in your opinion?
Is it?
Really, to be honest with you, I couldn't tell you. It's really hard. I wouldn't even like to put a guess on it, to be honest with you. There's with the dog on there. I mean,
mint
knows?
is interesting because mint is related to
absolutely
chlorophyll. Chlorophyll. I don't know if it's in English chlorophyll. If you get it in the chewing gums, you get this mint note. It's for me typical of Kolila.
Chlorophyll? Is that the one you make to put people to sleep?
No, chloroform. No, chlorophyll.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't know. It's something, the botanical gets from the sun.
Yeah.
It's chlorophyll. I don't know. Let me try.
I have a Kalila here that I'm going to be drinking as well.
Oh, the element of
Kalila from the element.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Isla, yeah, that's a Kalila 10-year-old. That's very nice as well.
Yeah.
Super spicy.
Mm.
But yeah, this is delicious. It really is.
Yeah. That's nice.
How is everyone? You all okay?
I'm fine.
Let me
and you're Matt.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
I'm trying to tape chlorophyll to
We
see.
We may have a little tiny bit of disturbance of the wind.
Yeah, no worries.
Well, in English, it's the same, guys. Chlorophyll. So it's a vegetal green pigment.
Okay.
I can't say better.
Yeah. I was just
I do, yeah. I know what you're saying.
In some aged Ardbegs, like the old 16 Arignam Beast, you have this chlorophyll note, but not in the youngest appearance.
Ardbeg is one that I've seen maybe named for that whiskey. So you might be onto something.
Oh. My own bottle is too far now to show you, Matt. I'm sorry, but I have the AR7, which is an Ardbeg
Nice.
PX. It was a gift for my birthday because it's expensive. I haven't opened it yet, but I should soon. Now that I survived.
Very nice.
Yeah, you should buy it. So everybody should
Get it
buy
open
some
tonight, Greg.
Yeah.
Sorry? I didn't hear. Can you repeat?
Open it. You should open it now.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna do precise notes and stuff. It's my slavery, my own slavery things. I have to be very precise on first pour or everything, every bottle. And this kind of bottle especially, and it's a bit hot here still. less than before, but I know I won't do it now. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But, at some point, I will. When
No worries. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. I think everyone should buy something like a special bottling to open up when the whole COVID-19 is over. A very special
Yes.
bottle, you know, the COVID out bottle, you know, just to drink. So yeah, I mean, nice to have you here, Matt. Really nice to have you.
It's nice to be here. Thank you very much for inviting me.
No worries.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's nice to.
It's you're doing very well with both your channels.
Oh,
Thank you.
It's nice to see a face, to associate a face to the certified originals when you write on it. It's New Drum Drinkers.
Yes.
Private blog,
Yes.
by the way. I love these guys.
Yeah.
They're doing very well with that, extremely well.
Yeah. You always get bombarded with a lot of, you know, stuff from the whole group there. So you sometimes like 50 missed messages, and you're like, what are they
hard
talking
to
about?
keep up, honestly.
No.
Times I couldn't even go one time a day because I was too busy. And before that, I was recovering and I wasn't looking at many things, honestly.
Yeah.
And we have budget drums here.
Yeah. It is.
I might open my last bottle of Port Ellen someday. I don't know.
Have you had
very
Port
nice?
Have you had
very
Port Ellen?
But I still.
I've never had one.
Okay.
Oh, you never? Oh, we should fix that.
Never had Port Ellen. It's one I keep looking to purchase. It's at the minute I've lost my job, so I'm not buying any whiskey at the minute until I get a new job.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Sorry about
that. It is what it is. It's what's going on at the minute. So as soon as I start getting money again, that'll be one of the first purchases I'll be looking at to try and get a Port Ellen.
Well, you can. There's a cheaper option. Sorry, guys. When the shows will be open again, the whiskey shows.
Yeah.
Especially in Germany and in Whiskey Fair. Limburg is probably the best show ever in the world. Even if I never been there, I've seen the footage of it. I've seen written reports with thousands of pictures. And the choices there is mind-blowing. The independent bottlers there and the official ones. You cannot match it even in France, Whiskey Live Paris, even in UK, Whiskey Live London, Whiskey Show.
Yeah.
You cannot rival this because also there's a handful of collectors' stands. Collectors' stuff stands. And you're Matt, and everyone, Friedrich and the others, an occasion to try those yesteryears whiskeys, which for some I have the chance to try because I've been tasting for a long time. Yeah. Is to go on these stands and to ask the price. Sometimes it's still affordable. You do a wee effort, maybe 50 euros or more. I had and it was a gift, mind you, very generous gift from a friend, but we do all gifts to others. Yeah. For instance, I have for 40 euros, I was offered a sample of a 1.5 CL of a Springbank local barley 1966. So you see, you can still found things. You can still find things affordable. Of course, Port Ellen will be 150 euros for a CL, but when you see the first indie bottlings are available around 800 euros or 1,000 or so. Now in the secondary market, and if you want to reach an official bottling of Port Ellen, you probably have to try 2,000 to 4 or more. The one I'm using, and I will talk about it, spoiler, and I will talk about it in one of my next reviews that I tried it and I gave it the maximum score. Is the 12th release, and it's around 2,500 or so. So if I win a lottery, I will buy this one for sure.
Yeah, yeah. When that's interesting, you say like 140
Definitely.
euros for a centiliter.
Maybe it
Maybe,
depends.
because I remember in our at pub here in my town, I paid for a 41-year-old Macallan that is from Gordon MacPhail. I paid
Yeah.
no, not 100 in euro, 18 euros per centiliter.
18.
Yeah,
Oh,
18 euros per centiliter for the 1-year-old.
The tip here, often in those shows,
Yeah,
even if all the bottles, because they are old bottlings, and not necessarily mean they're good.
no,
For instance, I tried a Macallan 1965 from my birthday year. It wasn't good.
no.
But this is a more affordable option than the bars. The luxury bars, they will charge you 500 or 600 euros for an old Bowmore or stuff, 40 years old
Yeah.
black Bowmore. It is too expensive. You have more occasions in shows to have a good stuff, especially, like I said somewhere, if you are behaving good, if you're nice to people in the stands, and not meaning you have to but if you're nice, you're passionate.
Yeah.
These guys, especially for instance Dutch Connection, which are collectors that are selling their by the dram their bottles, they like to speak with people, and if they see you're passionate, they might give you some extra.
Oh,
Yes.
that's interesting.
So
Yeah,
you gotta be smart in these shows to maybe get some stuff that people not necessarily think they will be able to afford.
yeah.
Just
Yeah, I
saying.
remember when we were in Germany at the whiskey festival at the border shop that I was talking about before. They had a Bruichladdich was there, and they had a representative of Bruichladdich there from Sweden, actually, quite a famous Swedish person in the whiskey community. And so my mother was there trying because she liked Bruichladdich quite a lot. So when she was there and talking to the guy there, he was like, huh, this woman knows her stuff. So he was like, when no one was looking, he took something under the whole thing.
There you go, under the counter.
Yeah, under the cupboard. And there was just this bottle with a tiny label, something written on it. And he told her, this is for free, because I understand you like Bruichladdich.
There you go.
He just poured it to her, and he just told her, you cannot buy this anymore. Enjoy it. And it was something from the 1960s.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was like a 30-year-old whiskey from 1960s. Yeah, and she was like just sitting there on the couch, and she was like, I know I can't buy this, but that was fucking good.
I can tell you it happened to me several times. And one time it was a white Bowmore. The white Bowmore is the bourbon version of the black Bowmore, which is Sherry or Rousseau. And it was the time the price was around 3,300 euros. Now you can add a zero.
Which one was it? The black Bowmore?
White Bowmore. I had both, by the way.
Oh.
I had both. At other occasions. And had only one CL and a half. And there was a guy, I won't mention who, because it was too commercial. It was not the right guy to share the experience with. And there comes a Scottish man behind him related to the company. He said, what do you have in your glass, sir? And I say, white Bowmore. Oh, come on with me to the terrace. And he talked to me about the whiskey, and while I was trying it, I was in heaven. And it was for free, because I showed some love and appreciation of Bowmore. I love Bowmore. I know it's very controversial now. I have 13 Bowmores coming in a rundown soon. It's one of the most well-represented whiskeys in my collection. It's beaten by Springbank, of course, but I have 17, maybe 19 Springbank.
Oh, if you count Springbank, or is it Longrow and Hazelburn?
If you count the Hazelburn and Longrow, probably 20, it's around 20. But you have to dig a bit more than one or two versions to appreciate the distillery house style. It's difficult. Sometimes you have to go through independent bottlers to find a way to discover what is the bone, the skeleton of the distillery.
Yeah.
and try the new make.
Yeah, my mother actually bought a distillery exclusive when we was in Bowmore, 2016. It was a bourbon cask, I think, ex-bourbon or something like that. It was just fantastic, especially when you look at the bottle, because you can see the remnants from the casks in there, all the gooey stuff in there. It just looks really nasty. At the same time, it looks really appetizing.
Yeah.
Well, I got one who'll be featured in the rundown, which is really fantastic, and it was an exclusive as well, and brought a tear to my eye. And it's one of my top 75 whiskeys, by the way, out of 3,700 now.
Yeah.
Oh,
stay tuned.
very nice.
Yeah.
But you know, the good stuff is sometimes or often left for distillery exclusives or limited editions, or for instance, for me, I'm now pretty sure, having tried around 20 maybe family cask from Glenfarclas, the best juice from Glenfarclas is kept from the further family cask range. No doubt about it.
And
that doesn't mean the core range is not good, but when you try the difference, but it's a question of supply and demand, and of course.
Yeah. So Matt, what are you drinking now? So you took out a bottle there on the cupboard.
I'm now drinking.
Yeah.
Big Pete.
Big Pete.
Edition. Yeah, but this is a limited edition, the Green Welly Stop, which is a shop up in Scotland. It's a very, very nice dram. It really is.
Fun, these labels, man.
Yeah, I mean, you say you never tried Port Ellen, but you actually have Port Ellen in that bottle, you know.
In some editions, you have until 4%, I will be told.
But still, you have like 25, 30-year-old whiskey in the bottle.
The problem is people don't know that the profile of Port Ellen did change since it reached around 30 years old. I've been trying Port Ellen only from 19, 20 years old to 32 years old. I don't know the youngest Port Ellens. They're too expensive. I don't know the latest releases, 37, 39, I think. Maybe Diageo did release a 39. I'm not sure. So I don't know the youngest one, so I won't have a comparison with the new ones they're gonna release in 5 years or so. But what I meant by that is the typicity of Port Ellen, and it's my favorite distillery, so please believe me, is less evident in those latest release, 30 or 32 years old more. So you might not notice it in your Big Pete, while for the youngest ones, I do notice it sometimes in some other blends, which contains Port Ellen. It's very hard to get it in Big Pete because Ardbeg basically is the bulldozer in the blend. It leads the blend for me. So that's why I prefer Rock Island. And Big Christmas, some years there was a wonderful 2017. I have one, I think. Big Christmas. It's a cask strength one. Interesting. I don't know if you had it, Matt, yet.
No, I haven't had any of the Christmas Big Pete's. I was looking to get this year's release when they release it. I'm going to try and get one when it comes out.
Yeah, I think it could be interesting for you.
Or else, if you want to try something like Pete Monster from Compass Box.
Yeah, but I prefer a Flaming Hot, but it's more expensive.
Yeah, it is. And it's hard to get. But
so that's Pete for everyone. There's 30 euro, 40. One of the most unbeatable, I think it's Kolila, 12 years old. I don't know if you agree, on the official side of things. And one of the most powerful, undisclosed indie bottling of we don't know what, but probably Lagavulin, is for me Finlagan cask strength. It's very young, but it will blow your mind. It's a cask strength Isla, probably Lagavulin. Probably not more than 6 or 7 years old, but I love it. I love it. So there's
nice.
cheap options for lovers of Kulila. You have the Arrowlight Lindsay 10 years old. I think it's from Atom Brands as well. Yeah, like for your boutique whiskey. And you have also, I love Port Askeg, almost everything they put out. Oh, I love it.
Yep.
Yeah, I only tried their 8-year-old. Spoiler for the
But you should try the 100 proof. It's my favorite so far.
I
among
actually
the affordable ones. Because
okay. I tried the 8-year-old because I bought a mini for the.
That's very Kulila.
Really good. It was actually really good. I really was surprised because I never tried anyone.
Often they switch from Kulila to Bunahaven.
Okay.
Most of the time it's one of those two. So I can tell you for those I know. For instance, the Port Askeg 14 years old, which I haven't opened yet, is a Buna. While the Port Askeg 100 proof is always a Kulila 7 years old, as I've been doing.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was thinking, Matt, why don't you tell everyone who's here? Because I know that maybe some people who don't know who you are.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell a little bit about your presentation? Let's say that.
I've been there before, so go on, Matt.
Go ahead. The scene is yours. Don't be shy.
You want to know about everything about me and my YouTube? Or?
Yeah, you tell about yourself, your channel, to the people in here in the chat who don't even know who you are.
Right, I'm Matt. Obviously, I'm from the UK, as a lot of you know. My channel is not only whiskey, there's a lot of cigars in there as well. It's a 50-50 split each week between a cigar review and a whiskey review. It's grown quite well so far. It's not even been going a year yet, and I've got 500 subscribers. And I only started it really because I enjoy doing the videos. It's not like I want to actually, be big in the scene or anything like that. I just enjoy making the videos. That's all it is. And I put a couple out, and I saw the subscribers start ticking up, and I saw people start chatting to me. And the community, for the whiskey community, the cigar community is okay. It's good, but the whiskey community is phenomenal. The people you meet, the people you speak to, it's just, everyone is so helpful. And I really, really am grateful to have actually started to get into the whiskey community now and actually start to get to know people. It's just really good. I mean, I would never have thought this time last year I'd be on a live stream with two other whiskey experts who know so much about whiskey. I'm just sitting here drinking whiskey, chatting to you both, and just having a good time, basically. It's brilliant. It really is.
Nice to hear that.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think it's very interesting with the cigars, because that is like a whole unknown thing for me. I have had a very bad experience with cigars way back.
Right.
Yeah, so not for the faint heart.
Did it make you sick by any chance, or make you feel ill, or?
It made me very sick. Let's say it like that.
That is when you're smoking a cigar which has got an extremely high nicotine content.
Yeah.
Even though you are not taking the cigar down, the nicotine still absorbs in the mouth, and it will make you, unless you're drinking a sugary drink that can balance it out, it will make you ill. It really will.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, way back when I was younger, we would always buy like these really cheap cigars for not Christmas Eve, but for New Year's Eve. When you had a little too much to drink and you were high on life, everything was wonderful. You had someone come out with this really not the most expensive, like $2-3 cigars, and everyone was like, we're king of the world, sitting there smoking. And I was living in my student flat, the first one I lived in. There was a guy there whose big little sister was studying in Cuba, and her boyfriend at that time, I think, was from Cuba. So he had brought with him some real Cuban cigars for him. Nice. So during that New Year's Eve when we were celebrating, he took them out, and I was blown away. It was really nice. It was really nice compared to the cheap ones I had smoked before. Yeah. But then during the night, things got from good to worse, and let's just keep it like that.
It does happen. I've seen it quite a lot. I have seen it happen quite a fair bit, to be honest with you. It's one of the things. But like I say, with the whiskey side of things, I mean, I started off obviously like a lot of people did when I was younger. Supermarket, the ones at the UK supermarket stock like your Duras and things like that, and then slowly slowly started going into like the Dalmores, etc. And
Cigar.
now, I mean,
Dalmore,
you know,
Dalmore cigar was the first whiskey devoted to be paired with, in theory.
yes,
Okay.
that's a lovely. That is a very nice drop. It
Yeah,
really
and
is. But
the style changed
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
this whiskey.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
well, you talked about nicotine, Matt, but if I'm not mistaken, it seems that what I was a friend with a cigar lover, and I brought him my whiskeys to pair with, and he brought me the cigars. Alas, he passed away a few years ago. A very sad story. But I had the time to do 3 tries of 3 or 4 different cigars. So it was an interesting experience. But what I learned, I know, correct me if I'm wrong, is it's a more natural thing than the cigarette, right? Because the cigarette, it's only leaves, and okay, it's burnt, so there's an action of related to cancer possibilities, etc. But it's natural leaves that are burned. It's not added ammoniac and all horrible stuff that are in your cigarette, regular cigarette. So it's a more natural thing, right?
It certainly is. It certainly is. Every cigar, you have your filler, which is a certain type of leaf. You have your binder, which is another heavier type of leaf. And then on the outside, you have your wrapper, which is a thicker type of leaf, which is normally one that grows on the top of the plant. And you will find that it is all natural. You can get cigars out there which are infused with flavorings and things like that. And, you know, they are quite nice, but I do prefer the more natural hand-rolled cigars that you get from the Nicaragua, Dominican Republic, Cuba, and places like that. There's, to be honest with you, once you start looking into cigars, it's like whiskey. There is a massive world out there of different things to try, and it really is. It really is. It's very interesting when you get into it. It can be very expensive too, as well.
Same with whiskey.
Well, one of the ones I enjoy the most, and I brought my Yoichi 12 because it has some tea-ish elements. All the whiskeys that are, in my humble opinion about cigars, that has some tea-ish elements because it's tea leaves, so it's green stuff. Highland Park 18, Yoichi 12, all these kind of things I think paired well with cigar. I had a chance to try, if I remember well, I'm sorry, it was a double Corona Cohiba, something like that.
Would that
double Corona? But I don't have the details.
No. The double Corona, you're probably looking at a Siglo 4, something along them sort of lines. But they are Cohiba to me. They're the pinnacle. They are beautiful cigars. Right. They really, really are.
But honestly, it is so long to have a cigar. I had to stop at some point, so I didn't wait till the end. It took hours to 1 hour to go to the. It was a big one, so I didn't wait. Did I lost a lot of experience going only the first third? You speak.
Cigars, the things with like Cohibas and things like that, they're normally a long filler, which means that you have a cigar and it's a single leaf inside. So it'll be the same flavors all the way through. Sometimes you get a bit of change, but sometimes it'll be the same flavor from start to finish. Whereas when you get a short filler, it's different leaves that are packed in together. You can start off and you can get so many different flavors through the range. You can start off really mellow and you can end up really spicy and with a real hard kick in the cigar.
I had only one bad experience out of the 3. The 3 times we went together on the rooftop because inside it's I cannot stand it. I don't smoke. I have breathing stuff problems. So, and the bad experience was, I don't remember the name. I'm sorry, but it was one that was super leafy. It was almost like mushrooms and a bit pepperish, and it ruined my palate for all the day. For everything.
I can do that.
I was disappointed. But the other double Corona was absolutely stunning stuff. I loved it.
Yeah.
But
They
I'm not
are
a smoker.
really, really. The thing I find is mainly with Nicaraguans, they have a lot of very deep, earthy flavors to them. And like you say, Greg, you can smoke one of them and your palate's done. That is your palate done for a few hours because they're so heavy and earthy. They just ruin your mouth. So you're not going to be able to taste anything. You couldn't pick up flavors in a whiskey or something like that.
Yeah. Matt, you actually have a question here. I see from Mission. It's called, could you start on a cigar one evening, stop at a certain point, and come back to it the next day?
Good question.
There's two trains of thought on this. Personally, myself, I wouldn't. I would like to smoke it all the way through and then get rid of it. But a lot of people out there, if you do stub a cigar, make sure it's completely out, turn it around, and then purge it. You blow from the end that you've stubbed out, and then you purge all the dirty smoke out through the end again. It's not, if you get it wrong, you're going to get a bad taste in your mouth. But a lot of people do that, and once they've purged the cigars, they will then smoke them the next day perfectly fine. But personally, myself, I do not do that.
Okay, good to know.
You also have question. Yeah, from Budget Rams, he was wondering if you ever thought about pairing a whiskey that have been reviewed with a cigar that you have reviewed.
So you don't do both at the same time?
Yeah.
No, that's something that's coming very soon. They're going to be videos that are coming soon. Yes, they are coming. Trust me. That's the next evolution of the channel. That is
nice.
Have you tried Glenfiddich, Matt? Because there are some notes of cigar in it many times in different expressions. So I do.
I think Project XX I picked it up in. I do like pairing that with a cigar though, because of I think that's quite a crispy, quite sweet tasting whiskey that goes really well with a nice cigar, the Project XX. That is, Glenfiddich is one that I would always suggest to people if they're starting out to try and pair them together.
Maybe a 15 as well, right? 15 years old as well, I think can be great.
Yeah. Definitely,
I won't speak about vintages because people are going to still kill me because they cannot try them. But I have a chance to try some. And honestly, all the people who said Glenfiddich is shit, I said, okay, wait until you try a single cask vintage, a good one. And then we talk about Glenfiddich because it's so beautiful sometimes. The 1774, 76 I had. And these shows flavors that are, how can I say that in English? A bit hidden in the core range.
Okay.
Because it's a huge amount of casks. Big distillery, big cellar. But once you try those 70s Glenfiddich or 30 years old and more, when you go back to the 15 years old, the 18, I love the 18. That's very underrated because it's 40%. The 18 has potentially the same flavors as the old vintages. But you have to dig a bit. Yeah, Silverlock is saying something about.
Yeah, but I also do know, Matt, that you do a lot of reviews on like Aldi and supermarket whiskeys as well.
Yeah.
I think it's very interesting because I will never get those whiskeys here because we are state-owned whiskey in our country. So I think it's just very interesting to see those nuances to the whiskey community when you do those whiskey reviews.
The reason I do them is because I know there's a lot of the whiskey budget for a lot of people in the UK ranges from, very, very low cost up to very high cost. I know Vin's done Aldi in the past, and I know a few others have done Aldi as well. But I just know that people out there want to see them sorts of videos. And if you look at my videos, Aldi ones are always the ones that are right up in the rankings. They really are, because a lot of people go in there, look at them, they want to know what they're like, because they might be strapped for cash, and they might only have £20 for a bottle of whiskey. And I get a lot of people messaging me, asking me about it. What do you think of this one? What do you think of that one, etc., etc. So that is the reason I do them. And like you say, a lot of people in other places in the world can't get their hands on them as well. So it's quite interesting for them.
I agree, but in my website I do that. For instance, when I did my top 70 or 75 best whiskeys, some of them, when I tried them back to the old days, they were not as expensive as now. But having covered all these, I tried. I was feeling guilty after that. So I did another list on my website of 200 affordable whiskeys under 60 euros or 100 or 60 most of the time. So I felt better after that. So when I'm going to do the video I was talking about to Frederick earlier on about the best whiskeys I had so far, what I'm going to do because what I call in French, it's the la part du rêve, which means it's the side of the dream side. I mean, if you don't have, it's good to have only budget whiskeys and stuff, but if you don't have in your mind what could be an exceptional whiskey, very old or just very well made and young, you're not going to move to maybe possibilities of getting a better experience. It's not a big deal, but you're missing something. So what I'm going to do is do a review of these beautiful whiskeys. For most of them, I don't have them home. And I'm going to give affordable alternatives. And I think it's more interesting like that, to go on your way.
That is a very good idea. That really is.
Because at the end of the day, many people are coming to whiskey less than 30 years old. I'm 54 now. And they don't have access to a lot of things that were cheaper before because of the 2015. For instance, for Japanese whiskeys, 2015 was probably the year of where things switched to less supply and increasing prices to the craziness we are in now. Bear in mind, like I said to Frederick, there was a time where people didn't want to buy Japanese whiskeys because they didn't know how good it could be. And even if the specialized press was very praising them and very complimenting everything, they didn't want to trust. And I knew a time where some whiskey people, or even in the supermarket shelves, the people were seeing me buying this. And they said, "Oh, Japanese whiskey, is it really good?" I said, "Oh, yes, it can be." And the sad thing is now, when you go to the shelves and you see Japanese area, 70% of them are fake Japanese whiskeys. I mean, they're made in Canada and Scotland. They're mixed together, sent into Japan to maybe do a wine finish stuff. And they sell at a high price for what they are not. That is not genuine Japanese whiskeys. And I hope regulations going to change about that, because it's very tricky. At least when you have, for instance, in the US, it's the same problem, but less hard because they have to state where it is made. So at least when you see the back label, for instance, of a Whistle Pig, you will understand, a beautiful whiskey, Whistle Pig, 10 years old, rye. You will understand it's made in Canada. It's not an American whiskey. No. Or, for instance, for Bullet Bourbon or other things, it is made in Indiana by MGP, but MGP can make beautiful whiskeys. But at least it won't say MGP, but it wouldn't say, it will say Indiana.
Yeah.
But for Japanese whiskey, most of the time, it doesn't say it's not Japanese. So how can you...
I would highly recommend you, Matt, if you want to try a good Japanese whiskey. Nika from the Barrel is one of the more affordable these days.
I've had Nika from the Barrel. It's a very nice one. That's one my girlfriend bought for me a couple of years ago for Christmas. It's really good.
It is not the best one.
I haven't got it in my collection at the minute, though, unfortunately.
No. So I just poured my next dram. I showed this one before to Greg. There's this one here. This is how dark it is. It is a Swedish whiskey from a closed Swedish whiskey distillery called Grythyttan. I can't say that in English what that would mean, because that would be like a badger's den or something like that. They are closed now, so it's actually you're not allowed to say Grythyttan anymore. The original name, actually, it is now brought up by someone else. So not the distiller, but the name itself has been used for something else now. So it's now called Lillkirke, which would be in little church, basically.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But so this is an independent bottler here in Sweden who bought basically all the remaining casks. I done some reviews, but this is the latest review. So this is a French Bordeaux red wine cask, mature whiskey.
Very nice.
I haven't really got into it yet, but I do love their stuff because it's so limited. Because like I told Greg, I think there's like 30,000 liter whiskey left in their barrels. So
in the warehouses, well.
This one, yeah. If you take it smells.
Would you compare it, Frederick, to the Dinston 9 years old Bordeaux mature?
No, it's 2 words apart. 2 words apart.
Okay. Is it smoky?
I don't know if this one is peated. Some of their expressions are. It doesn't say anything here. It is, if it is. So I don't think it is. Because of the single cask, it has something like a very typical, strong alcoholic flavors and all that. But it has a very unique smell to it. I really like it. I haven't really dug into it yet, but I will do a review on it next year, maybe, when I've got into it more. But I've done some really incredible stuff, I want to say. You have tried some, Greg, so yeah.
Thank you for the samples. I will do probably on my website a topic about that because I really I haven't finished to try them before all that thing happened. So I have to finish them properly. Yeah. We had the heat wave here. We had the COVID. We had the heat wave. I had my own trouble.
Heat wave.
Everything was delayed, and I was still receiving samples, and I cannot try them.
I have samples to Matt. I'm gonna send. I just, I had a lot of whiskey buying this month. I shouldn't have done that. About that many whiskeys that I did, but I didn't go to Scotland, so why not?
Any spring?
So I have
exactly.
I have a package to Matt that I'm going to send on Friday because I get my salary on Thursday, so I will send it on Friday for you.
Yeah, he needs some comfort.
Yeah, there will be some different selection of different whiskeys.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Yeah. Cheers.
Yeah. So, bye Jesper. Bye, Jesper.
What does it mean?
Jesper. That's a name.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Well, it gets the closest to the English one would be Jasper, maybe.
Right.
And I agree with Silverlock. Whistle Pig 10 is too expensive, but even more expensive is the 12 and some single casks. They're not all worth the 10 for me. And in France, it's 110 euros for the Whistle Pig, while I hear it's less than the half in the US. So it's a scandal.
Okay. Yeah, I have tried one Whistle Pig way back. It was I bought a sample from Master of Malt because I did it like you can do your own drinks by the dram package. Because I had some American whiskeys I wanted to try, but I thought they were all expensive, so I just wanted to see how they were before buying. And I think the one I had there was a Whistle Pig. I think it was an 8-year-old or a 10-year-old. But I didn't. Yeah, maybe a 10-year-old. Yeah. No, it wasn't to my liking. I had balconies there, and I thought they were better.
Do you like the Lot 40, Frederick, for instance?
I have never tried it. We don't have that in Sweden. Our collection of whiskeys that you can buy from Canada in Systembolagets, very fine assortment of whiskeys are very limited, extremely limited. It's mostly blended.
Have you ever had a more than 51% rye whiskey?
I have straight rye whiskeys. I have the Pike's Wheel, and I the 8-year-old one. That's a really nice. I have what's called Cigars rye, but that's not a straight rye whiskey. I have tried the Thomas H. Andy Cesaric rye, the one of those antique collections, which is like one of the best whiskeys I ever tried in my life. It was just wonderful. It's wonderful. And they have it in my local pub here, so I'm very kind about that. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah. Have you tried any rye whiskeys, Matt?
Yeah, good question.
I have the Cheetah. I think the Japanese Cheetah is a rye whiskey, isn't it?
No, I can tell you no.
No, okay. In that case, no, I haven't. No.
No. Oh. It's a single grain. It might have a few, and I have to double check, but it's not a dominant rye in it, and not at all. It's corn, a bit of wine cask. Maybe if there is some rye, it must be less than 10%. So we cannot say it's a rye whiskey, I think.
Right. Okay. In that case, no.
Well, I recommend the Lot 40. Probably you can find it in UK, Matt. The Lot 40, the regular one at 43%. I made him try to Anthony and Nikki, and Nikki was nuts about it. And it's one of her favorite whiskeys now. And honestly, it's an easy one, taste-wise. I really recommend it. It's one of my favorite whiskeys, budget-wise. 35 euros for 100% rye. It's an absolute blaster for me.
Yeah, Sassy Brown here actually wrote another one that she highly recommends. It's I don't know if you guys know about it. It's called straw rum. You can find it in Germany, I think. It is 80% rum. It is basically just to get really pissed. You know, it is a horrible taste in my opinion. I can't stand it, but you know, it is one of those whiskeys that not whiskey but rums that is basically you know, if you need fuel for your car or something, you can put it in. It's gonna burn out anyway, but you know, you can do some really interesting stuff with it. So.
Well, for those who like rum cask and rum cask finishes, the Bushmills does a lot of beautiful. It's not Bushmills; it's indie bottlers. And they don't disclose Bushmills most of the time, so you have to guess or do your searches. But there's beautiful independent bottles of Bushmills, especially in rum cask. I have even another official one, but you have to check these. Whiskey Exchange did it. The Nectar from Belgium did some beautiful ones. I have one. So for those who like rum. And also the finishes, Ben Riach did a lot of finishes. There are lots of distillery now. Glen Scotia, Campbelltown, 2019 Campbelltown Festival was great.
Yeah, I mean, did you say Teeling, Greg?
No, but we spoke about Teeling before. Yeah, I like Teeling.
I would recommend that one, Matt, if you want to try whiskey. Teeling small batch. Teeling small batch, Irish whiskey. That has been finished in rum casks.
Yeah,
it's very
Cooley juice. We have to say for people,
because
when the Teeling brothers left the Cooley company, the Cooley distillery that does Connemara and Tyrconnell, for those who don't know, they did an arrangement to pick up a huge number of casks, almost everything. So everything before their own juice will be out from the Teeling distillery. Everything on the market now is from the old Cooley stock. So, but they choose the option of not bottling. They don't know if they bought some, not bottle their peated stuff. And I regret that because I love the old Connemara, especially the cask strength, which was the only, at this time in the early 2000s, it was the only peated Irish whiskey. Now there are others. Hey, Luna is in.
I saw that. And she also knew I was talking about Starum, it's called.
Oh, she knows what it is.
Starum, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know it was called that in English.
Well, Luna, you were quoted earlier on, and also you're quoted in my latest video. By the way.
Yeah.
She's everywhere.
Yeah, she's everywhere. Yeah.
She's our queen. She's our lady whiskey.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's interesting when you're talking about different whiskeys because I know with the UK, there's the Bimber, there's it's called what's it called? Word founder word. What's it called?
Cotswold.
Cotswold. Thank you.
Cotswold.
Some other ones as well that's popping up
Yeah.
now or have been doing whiskies.
A lot of
It's
others.
interesting.
Loads of distilleries popping up in the UK.
Yeah.
Loads.
What do you think, Matt, of the English Whiskey and Co. 11 years old? Do you have it already, or
That
The
was one that I buy just before lockdown, and obviously when we go into lockdown, I lost my job. I still haven't been able to get a sample of it, and it's annoying because the distillery itself is 45 minutes up the road from me.
Which one?
The English Distillery Co. St George's.
Okay.
It's in Norfolk. Yeah, it's literally 45 minutes up the road. It's the closest one to me, but I have not been able to try anything yet from that.
it's the
I've
oldest?
seen a couple of reviews from it though, and it does look like quite a good whiskey.
It's the oldest from Brittany, from England, right?
Yeah.
I believe.
Hmm.
I did try some earlier on. They were nice, but they were too young at that time, so I haven't tried the recent one. I know the English whiskey, that boutique whiskey company did bottle some, and
Yes.
also single malt.
Hang on 2 seconds. I will go get the one I've got.
SMWS as well.
Yeah, I have only tried the Bimber, I think.
Which one? The Richard or the first release?
Research one. I tried. It was delicious.
I prefer the first release. by
Yeah,
far.
this is the only one I've tried so far. But that one was really lovely.
I have a little sample here of the 8-year-old boutique English whiskey, the sampling that I do.
Nice.
I haven't tried it yet though, so that will be one that's going to be cracked into soon.
Well, when you get back with the job, you will celebrate it. Maybe open it.
There's gonna be a party at your house, right?
There is.
Do you want to say publicly you're not obliged to that in what kind of job you're looking for? Maybe someone's watching. I don't know.
To be honest, my last job was in the travel industry, so I won't be going back into that. But to be honest with you, I've got groundwork experience, building experience, things like that. To be honest with you, at the minute, I will turn my hand to absolutely anything. I really would.
So it's even better to tell people maybe.
Yeah.
For momentary.
The UK at the minute for jobs, there's so many people losing them out there. There's so many people looking for jobs. It's awful. It really is. It's a very, very bad time. It really is. But hey ho, it's one of them things.
Well, and you know what? Even Jim, I was looking at Jim from Whiskey Novice yesterday. He was live, and he had himself to go back to a regular work of what we understood, not super pleasant one with nights also as well. He hadn't had the choice because make a living out of music when the bars are closed, you cannot. So
yeah, I'm really thankful that I don't have my old job that I worked before I became a teacher. That was in the restaurant business.
Ooh.
I was a chef before.
Yeah.
So I'm very thankful, yes, because even though every country have done their thing, our country still was quite hit by unemployment, especially in the restaurant business. Because the restaurant. Yeah, I was a chef before.
Oh, so you know about cooking.
Yes, I love cooking.
Good.
Especially eating. It's really nice. No, but yeah, I have worked as a chef, but it wasn't that. It was a very short-lived profession. Because then I started going more into working with kids because I found it more, and I like it more. Basically, it gives me a better satisfaction to work with kids, give them a good day, inspiration, than to make someone's plate, And then when they come back in, they're just like, yeah, it was good, but.
Well, maybe you can cook to kids then.
Yeah, we do it sometimes. I do it sometimes, actually. We make some stuff and all that.
That must be great. Happy kids.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Friday, I think, was the last time we baked. We did cornbread scones.
Mhm.
Yeah, so like the American cornbread, but we did it with scones, like a scone instead, the British scones instead. It was really nice. It was very much loved. They cleaned the whole plate, basically.
Very nice.
So it was really nice.
And what was your specialty, Frederick? The meal you liked the most to do?
Oh, if there's one thing I would say I'm really good at, it's making sauce.
Okay.
Yeah,
Also-
actually, if I should say anything, making a sauce, basically. I mean, I can cook and all that, but making sauces, I really like that.
It's hard,
And especially sauce like Dijon, cream Dijon sauce, green pepper sauce, béarnaise, I think it's called in English, béarnaise. Hollandaise as well, Hollandaise sauce.
Okay.
Yeah, and some other sauce as well. I mean, pepper, like black pepper, it's called pepper sauce, basically, and all. And white wine sauce, red wine sauce, marsala sauce, and then Madeira. And all that, I really like that. But cooking stews as well and soup. I really love soup and stew, so that is something I really like doing.
Very
nice.
You
know what? I didn't like, for instance, peas.
Yeah.
And peas in a soup or peas in a meal. And I went to Lindor Abbey Distillery 2 years ago. I don't know if you know this place, which is supposed to be the oldest place where grain spirit from malted barley was made back to 4054.
Yeah.
It's the oldest place where they found records where whiskey was made, the whiskey of this time, of course. And the guys who run the distillery, I knew them way before they built the distillery. They were working at Glenmorangie Distillery, which I visited before, 17 years before. It's a nice story. And they built this brand new distillery, which is also a cloister and a museum for the monks who did the Lindor Abbey Distillery. And all things there are very simple. And if you want to eat, and we had to eat there with a friend before leaving in Scotland, and the only thing they had was a peas soup. So a bit sticky, but still a soup, and with some bread and stuff. You didn't had nothing to worry about after that. It was a whole meal, and it was fantastic.
Is it green peas or yellow peas?
Green peas, yeah. You'll never know.
Because we have one dish in Sweden called ärtsoppa, because that is what pea is. It's called ärta. And soup means soppa. So it's like ärtsoppa. And it is kind of an old traditional soup. But it's quite fatty because you have a lot of pork with it as well. Tiny pieces of pork in it. And thyme, the herbal thyme as well.
That sounds nice.
Yeah. And then as a traditional to it, you also serve pancakes with yam and whipped cream as a dessert. So it's really nice.
By the way, the best sandwiches I had were at Aberfeldy Visitor Center, Aberfeldy/Divorce.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, the most expensive what's called sandwich I've ever had was at Subway. Because the person that was in the cash register, she misunderstood what I was saying when I was going to have my sandwich. So I was going to have roast beef on my sandwich. So I felt, okay, I'm going to have an extra portion of roast beef. But I think I said it so many times because I didn't think she heard me, that every time I said it, she actually thought that was how much I was going to have on my sandwich. So it got really expensive. And it was quite a big sandwich as well for just being a half.
I was going to say, yeah. Must have been like that sort of big, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think I paid 12 euros for that sandwich.
Not bad,
And me, I'm having modestly the best companion of a single malt whiskey tasting. Right. It's oatcakes.
Okay.
Yes.
Love them when I'm trying.
I've seen a lot of people do that when they're trying whiskeys. Always have something to rid their palate.
Reset your palate between two tastings, and it's not much fat in it. It's very nice. Best one I had were from Orkney Islands. I have still the box, the triangular ones.
Yeah, I mean, I know the British people have the shortbread. I think it's called shortbread.
Yeah, so it's nice as well.
Yeah, it's quite nice. I mean, quite buttery. It's quite nice.
Besides,
Buttery goodness is what it is.
Yeah,
it's richer than oats, definitely.
Yes, yeah, it
And
is.
the Scottish has also something fantastic. Don't know if you had them already. Probably Matt, because he's in UK. Haggis.
Oh, it's lovely. I love my haggis.
Really like haggis. I really, really like haggis. It's
Oh,
some people don't. But I'm a lover of black pudding as well. Have you ever had black pudding?
Tried a little bit.
Great.
We have something like it at home.
But with
Very
a
nice.
breakfast, a Scottish breakfast is okay. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
But haggis, Inverness, when I was in Inverness, I had Johnny Fox's was the place. Beautiful haggis, and they did a twist, very brave twist that some will not like. They did nems, Vietnamese nems with haggis. Believe me,
Right.
or not, it was.
I have tried haggis quite a lot when I was in Scotland. I really like it. It is very different because when I heard it the first time, when someone was trying to, describe it in Swedish, it sounded like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Everything I hate, I never put into my mouth. But and also don't forget, normally in your haggis, they're supposed, I heard, to dig a bit hole in the middle and put some whiskey in it. So
Okay.
they
a
did
good idea.
5-star hotel. They did that. So they dig a hole.
Very
The
nice.
haggis meat is served up on nips and tatties.
Nips and tatters.
Yeah.
Thing,
Nips and
and dig a hole in it, and they put some. And they were had Glenfiddich 15, something like that.
Yep.
Once. And
Here in
another
Sweden,
time,
here in Sweden, we have something called caviar. Caviar. Everyone has caviar in their countries, but the one we have is not the Russian one or the beluga one, the expensive one. This is something that that is you can have for breakfast. It basically is smoked fish eggs
Yeah.
okay.
that you put on your crisp bread with butter and you eat it. It looks really nasty for people who has never seen it before or tried it, because that's very special, because of, this is part of our culture a little bit. But it's really nice, and you can also boil eggs and have it on the bread and then put some caviar on. And then some hot chocolate milk to it to drink on the
Nice.
side. It's really
Running
lovely.
Isla on the side. Isla whiskey to go with the
Isla?
maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you can put something in there as well, I guess. That would be nice. Yeah, white pudding. I have no idea what white pudding is. Someone here?
I don't know
White
if
pudding.
it's the French one. Maybe
Yeah,
I don't know.
so bloodwurst. That would be like a blood pudding, I guess, Malty. Like a blood.
But I don't like it.
That's really nice. We have blood pudding here in Sweden. It's really nice with some lingonberries.
Mhm.
Really nice.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's really nice. We have a lot of, not a lot of, but we have a lot of yams with certain foods here in Sweden, especially with the lingonberries. It's really nice. Especially with our very famous meatballs. We always have lingonberries, with the mashed potatoes, boiled potatoes, and the creamy gravy sauce.
Very nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
And how about music then? Because we talked earlier on, prior to the live with Frederick, we're not listening only to metal, but we'll listen a lot of metal. What's your take on what kind of music you dig, Matt, if I may ask?
To be honest with you, when I was younger, I was into a lot of dancey music like trance, house, drum and bass, things like that. Yeah. But now I will listen, Greg, I'm not just saying this, I listen to absolutely anything. All the way through from like the Beatles all the way through to the latest stuff which is on the radio. I just enjoy putting the radio on and listening to anything, to be honest with you.
Nice.
Yeah.
I listen to
Like
other
I
things.
say, it used to be all clubs and pubs and trancey, dancey sort of stuff for me when I was younger.
Then I should convert you right now. Have you ever heard of this group?
Who's that?
It's typical metal handwriting. It looked like someone having a seizure or something like that.
You say my dad is a big, serious heavy metal head. He listens to he listens to thrash, he listens to death, he listens to absolutely everything. He'll just crank the music up and just in his house, like that. It's quite funny to watch. Bless him.
Yeah, I remember when I was starting my journey in metal, because my mother was looking at me like, "What did I do wrong?" She was just looking at me because in the beginning she thought, okay, this is fun, but then I started to listen to a group like Slipknot, for example.
Yeah.
And I think it was in 8th or 9th grade. I had a hoodie with Slipknot here, and it's like, oh, that's nice. You can wear that to school. But on the backside, it was the lyrics to their song "Surfacing," which basically like fuck it all, fuck this word, fuck everything that you stand for, don't exist, ever fucking judge me. But so she never really saw the back on it. She never read anything that says on the back. So I was like, I'm getting away with this.
But she doesn't know how lucky she was that you were not listening to some depressive black metal stuff. Because Sweden, you have some crazy shit like Life Lover, for instance, which is really depressing.
Okay.
They
black
mixed
metal
with cold wave with black metal, with some nice melodies. But the lyrics are terrible, and sometimes he cries while he's playing, and it's.
When it comes to black metal, I think Norwegians are more representative of that. I think that started in Norway, actually.
Which one?
Black metal. It started in Norway. I think. Yeah, I think it was in Norway, actually.
A lot of controversy as well, but
that's how it is. But
unfortunately, because it went too far, burning churches and stuff.
In some ways, of course. But with black metal, I've never really liked black metal, if I should say so. I think I like a few songs, like Dimmu Borgir's Puritania.
You love atmospheric black metal, which is maybe almost black metal. I think of Agaloch, which is a beautiful American band, which is disbanded now, but Agaloch, you should try. I can send you some links.
I know you sent me a whole paper. I'm gonna look for it later on. So yeah. But anyway, back to the dance music. I remember a very typical song from one of my friends. Where everywhere we were in a dance club when we were younger, he always wanted the DJ to play this song, and that was Scatman's Word. Scatman's Word. Yeah, and always the look on the DJ's face when he was asking that was just priceless. They were like, seriously? But he always got this song anyway for some reason.
That's definitely one to. Well, if you're going to play it in a club, it's one that most people will get up and dance to at the end of the day because it's fun, isn't it? It's a fun song.
Yeah, man, when you were little, you didn't even understand, especially when English is not your native language. So when you heard Scatman, it was like, okay, you just thought it was his name, Scatman. You didn't understand it was shit or poo, basically. You didn't know that. You was like, yeah, Scatman. I'm a Scatman. And you didn't really understand it was actually poo.
It's quite a shock, really, that it actually made it through and actually got, onto all the charts, etc., and actually was on mainstream radio, to be honest with you. But
Matt, I'm so old that I have known a time where on my college there were dozens of people wearing suits with black hats listening to Madness.
I can see here actually. Sandra Sassy Brown says it here: black metal boys running in the forest. If you have ever seen any black metal old videos, they're always in the forest, looking really serious or lost in the forest. Like it's like it's called a Blair Witch Project video, basically. Oh my God, there's some black metal people here.
talk
I know.
through
Maybe we should
visual.
put some food here so they can find their way home to their natural habitat.
But you know what
Basically.
I like when they mix death and black with sort of Satyricon, for instance, from Norway. I love them. Satyricon.
Yeah.
They,
If there's any satirical, I would recommend. It's a German band. It's called Eskimo Callboy, I think it's called. They're one of the latest releases called Hyper Hyper. You get the disco mat and you get the metal as well.
Yeah.
Basically, it sounds basically.
Quite fun. That does sound quite fun.
Yeah, it basically sounds like Scooter and a very heavy death metal band doing a mix between themselves. It's really nice.
Well, if I was going to tell you my latest musical crush, you won't believe it, because normally I don't listen to hip hop, especially French, which I hate. But great 80s, 1980s US jazzy hip hop, experimental hip hop, I like. A Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, etc. But my latest crush is a crazy band. Are they from UK? No, from the US.
Is it Death Grips?
Death Grips, exactly. How do you know that?
I have listened to them as well. I mean, them and what's it? Die Antwoord. Die Antwoord is a South African band.
I actually like them. They're quite good. They are quite good.
Which one? Which one?
Is it Baby's? It's not Baby's Got a Temper. Butterfly.
You think?
There's what's her name? Yolandi Visser is the lady out of it, isn't she? Or the girl
yeah, and then you have
But Death Grips,
it's
so experimental. They mix metal, industrial, kind of drum and bass or jungle. They mix not techno, but they mix grindcore. It's electronica. It's very open. The three people, three completely crazy guys. Okay. And I like the one comment that some people made about them. Who was saying it's like you're listening to something and you know it's illegal. It's a weird sentiment. You know it's illegal because it's extreme, but still it's so well made that it's very catchy.
Yeah,
but it's
you mean the different
Death Grips. Yeah.
I've seen the one. I've seen footage. I think they have one song called
No Love.
You know what it reminds me of? A song from one of the old Coca-Cola commercials.
Oh no!
It really reminds me of that, but I know what they're probably talking about, something like running away from the police or doing something illegal. Yeah, but still, there's something about the song reminds me of an old Coca-Cola commercial.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting with the music. If some people do not believe, but I do like some rap music. I do like Die Antwoord. That's just basically because I think they're just crazy what they're doing. It's just hilarious. They're just having fun. They're not being serious or anything. But but it's just a lot of fun.
They are massive in South Africa. They made it in the UK, and I think, to be honest with you, they're quite big in America now as well.
Okay. Well, send me a link, Frederick. Maybe some.
Yeah. Yeah, they are very interesting. And when you're talking about, let's see.
Yeah, I have a whole list here of bands I send you, and even because it was the metal team. There was non-metal bands that I put off the list, but I can talk about some bands. I'm not listening only to metal, but maybe a third of what I listen now. But to be honest, if I was living not in a flat in the city, noisy city, if I was in the countryside, in my own house, with no neighbors around, I will still listen to metal, but I will listen much more to other kinds of music, indie rock, medieval music, because I studied a bit medieval core, Gregorian music and stuff, and a lot of ambient and world music. Sorry.
Have you heard what's going on? Hadouken.
Hadouken, yeah, I've heard of Hadouken.
Yeah. When we were living in a student flat, we played them a lot, actually.
Right.
Especially, their song was just, getting up on a Tuesday evening, after school, after classes ended,
Or someone talks about Prodigy.
Prodigy.
Prodigy. I've seen them live 3 times, and they obviously Keith's not about anymore, but they were absolutely amazing. They really were.
Oh, so you're a lot in techno. Yeah, you were a lot in techno.
Yeah, Prodigy is very interesting. I have to tell the story. When I was in 4th grade or third grade, I think it was 3rd grade, we had this thing in our class with our teacher back then that we were supposed to show a band or a song that we liked and play for our class. And one of our classmates, he actually shows Prodigy's "Smack My Bitch Up" to play for the whole class.
Oh my God.
Let's say it like this: our teacher wasn't that very happy about it. She basically screamed at him to turn it off.
Yeah.
Well, when I was younger in the class, I played. We were asked to play "What We Love" in the English speaking course, and I thought I was mainstream, and I brought a record from Pat Benatar, and everyone was, it's too hard. And now, if I had to bring a record like a bit provocative, like the Portal, the Australian extreme metal band, the people will get crazy. They will get off the room.
Okay. Just quickly, I'm sorry, but I've got to go because I didn't realise, but my partner's just ordered takeaway and it's just turned up. So,
well, yeah, we're gonna finish up in like 5 minutes anyway.
Well, I'm so happy you managed to, Matt.
Yeah. Cheers to you, Matt.
Channel.
Everyone, 500 subscribers.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
I'll see you later. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Cheers.
Yeah. Take care, Matt. Bye.
That was great.
Yeah, it's nice. You could join us.
A lot of different things, not only whiskey.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I want to do with this one. Talk a little bit here. I'm gonna have some subjects, to start with, and then we're gonna slowly progress to the other stuff as well. So yeah, but I will send you a link to the Antwoord.
Yeah. Okay.
And of course, Alexandra says Rammstein.
Oh yeah, I know Rammstein well. Yeah. Zone is my favorite track so far.
Yeah, but the latest album, it is really good. It's so good. Auslander, Radio, so just cool.
Such bits of it, not the entirety. But there's a fucking band live. I saw DVDs. I never saw them live, but I saw DVDs of them. They're crazy live, and the videos are great as well.
Yeah, they are. I have never seen them live, but I want to see them.
Yeah, Satsi and Luna knows about that very well, I think. And Luna saw them, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Ooh, nice.
Oh yeah, Luna active.
Yeah. I mean, last year I saw Metallica, so that was nice.
Believe it or not, I never see them, and I regret for the first period of the one I prefer, which means the 4 first albums. Until Justice for All. After that, I'm not interested much in what they do.
I actually
on YouTube, guys, it's fantastic. Check out. There's live shows from 1983, from the Kill 'Em All era album. There's full shows, and the energy is absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I've seen Metallica 2 times now. When I started listening to them, I think I was in, 7th grade, I think. So the first time I heard them was actually through a TV show here in Sweden. That was on one of our channels called Vox Pop. It doesn't mean anything to anyone here if you're not from Sweden from that time. But it was one of the ways I could actually get music to hear, because I didn't have a cable where I lived. So it was the only channel I have. So, but yeah, when I heard SKM, I think it's called the classic one they did with the orchestra, I was like, what is this band? And I started looking into them, because the local record shop in our...
them by Kill 'Em All, right?
No, that was actually by SKM.
Now they don't know their background, so...
No, I know, they had more trash. It was just trash metal. So yeah.
And now, you know what? Gojira is opening for Metallica, which is crazy.
Yeah, have you heard their new song?
Yeah, Another World. Yeah, it's nice, but I'm sure there's more experimental ones in the album. I guess
I am really waiting. It's been so many years, but I like Tool. Another band I really like is Tool. So when you heard the 10,000 Days album and you've been waiting all the way to the next album, it's
my God.
12 years or something like that. So yeah, if you wait for something too song. Yeah,
The latest one is absolutely awesome.
I haven't really got into it
And
yet.
I know half of the fan hate it. I'm not a Tool fan because I always struggle with their composition
Okay.
way of doing. I thought I was only doing intros that were lasting 10 minutes, but I was not very fair to them because they did absolutely stunning videos as well. I think, for instance, Schism video is one of the best thing ever made about.
Is that the one in the room?
Sorry?
Schism? Is that one in the room with the guy in the room? Or
Yeah, with
something like
kind
that?
of extraterrestrial guys. It's so imaginative. It's so creative. I mean,
Yeah.
and
I mean,
but
they-
Numa from the latest album got me really excited over everything.
yeah. I mean, I like Manyard, the singer's his side project as well. I really like what's it called, Perfect Circle, and Pucifier as well. It's another band he started. It's just
Menno
really
saw them 4 times. Menno
Yeah.
saw them 4 times. Oh my god!
Yeah, Malty, I envy you. Malty.
I'm
Seriously.
not a fan of Guns N' Roses. Sorry, Luna. I hate the singer.
I have not seen him. Yeah, but you know what? I think we're gonna call it for tonight, Greg.
I have a call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to everyone who has joined, thank you very much. I will see you all next time. That
Cheers,
will
everyone.
be September 29th. September
And
29th.
thank you for having me again, Frederick. It's a pleasure.
No worries. It's always a pleasure, and it's also nice to have Matt here as well. And if anyone else feels like joining, you can always join. Seriously, let's have fun, people. So enjoy all your weekends and all your work days, and take care, everyone. And thank you, Greg, for joining.
You're very welcome.
See you all the next time, and take care.
Cheers.
Bye.